This is Marilyn. On yesterday's show, the audience voted on which of these three men would be best for her. Today, you'll find out who she chose as her date. And this is Marty. She says she got married too young, so now she's taking her time. Which of these men did she choose? Which will our audience choose? Today on Love Connection, you'll find out who they picked, who the audience picks, and everything that happened on their dates. Now here to tell us more about Love Connection is our host, Chuck Woolery.
Thank you and welcome to Love Connection, where we've got a new way for singles to meet. Here's how it works. Now, we've compiled a videotape library of more than 1,000 attractive and available single people. We select some of those singles and show them 3 videotapes. They choose the one they're most attracted to and go out on a date. Then they come here and they tell us what happened on their date. Now, to begin with, we're going to meet a woman who selected a date from our video library. She's a former Miss California. She has 4 children. She says it's not easy finding dates. Please welcome Marilyn Watson.
You again. Yes, you're attractive, you're successful, but yesterday you told us that it's tough finding dates. You want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, aside from being tall, it's difficult being single when you have a lot of single girlfriends and they really don't want to introduce you to their single friends.
Okay, yeah. Now, you've been married twice, right?
Yes.
Would you like to be married again?
Oh, yes. I think it's the natural state for everyone, really.
It's the best
Definitely.
of all worlds, yeah.
Of course.
Well, let's bring everybody up to date on what happened yesterday, okay? Yesterday, we showed the audience Marilyn's choices, and they voted for the one that they thought was best for her. And let's take a look at all 3 men again so you get an idea. First, there was Peter, 47-year-old tennis consultant. Then Larry, he's retired, and he's 57. Finally, Arthur, he's a personal manager, and he's 56. These are the men that they voted from. Now, the audience vote was recorded yesterday. We'll get that a little bit later. But now let's find out who Marilyn chose. We didn't find that out yesterday. Who'd you pick?
Peter.
You picked Peter.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Happy with that. Peter's backstage, and we should hear from him right now. So let's say hello to Peter Nicklin. Hey, Peter.
Hey, Chuck.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Peter, did your date get off to a good start?
Unfortunately, it didn't, Chuck. You know, it's not supposed to rain in California. And Marilyn and I had arranged to go and play tennis first. And I was to meet her at the court I'd arranged at 3 o'clock. So I showed up at 3 o'clock. It started raining at 2:45. And Marilyn didn't show up. So I went back home. There I was, standing in the rain on a tennis court like a schlemiel.
How the date went for Marilyn. Marilyn, tell us about it.
Well, I had all these fantastic ideas. You know, I'd been trying to be really creative about what could be fascinating. So I thought, well, we both like tennis, and we'd have a tennis date. So as I was getting ready to go play tennis, all of a sudden it started raining. And I'm in real estate, and so I was running around. I was stuck up on the top of a mountain, as a matter of fact, around 2 o'clock, and it really looked overcast. And so I ran down to the office. I thought, well, I'll call him first. That was, of course, before our 3 o'clock date, and there was no answer. He must have left early. So I thought, oh, dear, that means he must have gone to the courts. I went tearing home, changed my clothes, and ran to the courts and got there at 10 after 3, and he was already gone.
Chuck, you got to remember, on my tape, it said I'm never late for a date. I always show up on time.
Were you upset?
Right.
Were you upset that Marilyn was late?
No, I just thought she was being smart. I was the one who was being stupid.
What happened next?
Well, of course, I called him as soon as I got back. I ran into my office, and I'm still in my tennis clothes. And I called, and he had just walked in. And so we said, well, are we going to waste the afternoon, or what are we going to do? And I asked what he would like to do, and we agreed mutually to meet and have a cocktail first. And so we sat for a while and had our wine, and then I scooted on home and got ready. And, of course, as I was getting ready, I thought, I wonder if he'll be on time. And right away, of course, 7:30, the doorbell rang, or the phone rang, actually, which is from the front door.
There he is.
And no, he didn't say hello.
Oh.
I said hello, you know, when I answered it. And he didn't say hello. He says, do you know what time it is? And I said, it could only be 7:30.
And it was.
And it was. And then we went off and had a lovely dinner in Beverly Hills. And
Chuck, let me tell you how classy this lady is. We never saw a check anywhere near the table. She had arranged the whole thing with the maitre d' up front. Whatever she said to him or kissed him and whatever, we never saw a check. We got the whole dinner, beautiful dinner taken care of, and that was the way she handled it.
How
She's
nice.
a very classy lady.
Yeah. Did you kiss goodnight?
First date, Chuck, come on.
I'm kind of anxious to see who the audience
2:30 in the
picked.
morning.
You anxious to see who the audience picked?
oh, very much
Yeah,
so.
let's see. Ooh, very, very close.
Wow.
Only 3 points off, but they didn't pick Peter. They picked Arthur.
Yeah.
Now, if you'd like to take our audience's advice, we'll pay for the tab, and you can go out with Arthur if you like.
Well, what if I stick with Peter? Will you still pay for the tab?
No, but you can stick with Peter if you like.
I'll pick it up this time.
Ah, Peter's. Hey, gentlemen to the end. Does that mean you're all going to go out, right?
Well, I hope so. I'd like that very much.
Peter, come out and join us, will you please? Peter, you consider yourself a confirmed bachelor. You've never been married before.
Right.
You guys make a wonderful couple. I hope you have a nice time. Thanks for being on the show.
Would you go out with me?
I'd love to. Well, he did call me several times.
There you go. We have a nice party and gift for you. We're going to come back with another couple in just a minute. We'll just chat.
This time, let's meet another woman who chose a date from our video library. She's from Brooklyn. She says she got married too young. Now she knows what she's looking for. Please welcome Marty Lynn. Hi, Marty.
Aren't you pretty? Your blues and things tonight? Yeah. How old were you when you got married?
I was too young. I'd like to leave it at that.
Just leave it at too young. You're not going to get into age anytime.
Yes, too young.
How long did your marriage last?
Well, it lasted about that long.
It's pretty short. How long is
Pretty
that?
short.
I mean,
Very short.
really? I mean, just like that night and it was over?
Well, no, not that night. It lasted maybe a little longer than that.
Okay.
I know I didn't answer your question.
I'll give you a
directly,
week
don't
on the outside. Did you start dating right after your divorce?
Yes, I felt that I had no reason not to, so I went on.
So you just jumped right back in the water.
Yeah.
Now, if you had to describe your personality to someone that you've never met, what would you say?
I would say very sincere, very honest. I have an honest personality.
Okay, all right. Let's take a look at the men that Marty had to choose from, audience. Watch very closely because you're going to pick the man that you think's best for her, okay? First, there was Alfred. Alfred's from Minneapolis. He likes to fish, play basketball. He says that things nowadays happen very fast.
Well, for instance, I met a girl last weekend over at the Sunshine Club, and we was out in the car and we was talking and different things like that, and before I know it, we were just hugging and kissing, and it was just really wild.
Next, there was Roy. Roy's from Chicago. He says women are predictable and men are sneaky. And he finds his dates at the laundromat. That's what he says.
Well, the laundromat, you can generally find out who's single aside from looking at the hand, but just by the clothes that they're washing, if they're all female clothes, and you can assume that she's single. And then one time I got lucky, I got picked up in the laundromat.
Okay, finally, you watch Jerome. Now, he's from Michigan, big sports fan, loves music, and he believes that clothes make the man.
I wear a silk shirt, or I have some soft cotton shirts that when you touch them, it feels like a rabbit's fur. And the first time she touches that shirt, she'll touch me all night long.
Now, Marty selected one of those men as her date. We're going to show you all three men again before you vote. First, there was Alfred. He's a salesman. He's 30. Then Roy, he's a 34-year-old student pilot. Finally, Jerome, he's 33 years old. He's a collection agent. Okay, audience, it's time for your voting machines. You met Marty. You've seen her choices. Please make your choice right now. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to meet the man Marty selected and hear everything that happened on their date, and we're going to do that right after this message.
Get a large two-topping Crazy Crust pizza for $6.99 from Little Caesars. Look at that buttery flavored garlic spread sprinkled with Parmesan. Try Crazy Crust for $6.99 for a limited time.
Pizza, pizza.
But wait! I need to mention how there's over a dozen toppings to choose from.
Pizza, pizza.
But wait, I want to reiterate how legit this Crazy Crust is. It's good. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
But wait! Gotcha!
Soda Stream is here, yeah, you're in control. Because only you know the fizz and flavors you like. To get your drink just right. Soda Stream, mix it
Keep that shower fresh feeling all day with Dove Antiperspirant. 72-hour sweat and odor protection. Powered by ProCeramide technology. Visibly healthier, smoother skin for arm-raising confidence. Dove 72-hour protection. Underarm skincare.
Lasagna?
Lasagna.
As in... lasagna?
60% of cats are overweight. Feed them Iams Healthy Weight.
The Nissan Rogue takes hit after hit. Punished under immense pressure. And exposed to excessive wear. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. We put it through the worst, so you get its best.
Buying a car is kind of a big deal. How do you know if it's the right car for you? Ooh, the most deal ratings and complete vehicle history from Car Gurus. That's how. Boom. Make your big deal the best deal at CarGurus.com.
In a little while, we'll find out who the audience picked, but right now, let's find out who Marty selected. Marty, who was the lucky guy?
Well, you know, I heard about this shirt. I have to find out about this shirt. So I picked Jerome.
All right, just find out how soft that shirt was. Well, on Love Connections, we get both sides of the story. We ask our couples not even to speak to each other after their date. Jerome's backstage. Let's say hello to Jerome Steffens. Hello, Jerome.
How are you?
Fine, thanks.
All right.
Jerome, what'd you think of Marty when you first saw her?
Oh, I was trying to keep from falling out. But I did a pretty good job of staying up.
Good, yeah. She's pretty all right, that's for sure. Marty, tell us about your date.
Well, we had a really good time. When he first came to the house, I wasn't ready yet. And the dogs, there are 2 dogs in the front yard, and I heard them barking, and I said, oh my God, I forgot.
They were twin German Shepherds.
Twin German Shepherds?
Then we went on our date, and when we went out to the car, there was a gentleman in the driver's seat. So Jerome had us chauffeured around. He got someone, he's big time. Jerome is big time, ladies.
Well, how did you feel when you saw somebody in the front seat? Did you realize he was a driver?
I didn't know. I'm just meeting Jerome. I didn't know what the situation was. So I just wanted to take precautions, so I kept $10 of the money to make sure. Well, my mother said always have your mad money with you.
So you went
we went to a Mexican restaurant, and the highlight of that evening at the restaurant, the time at the restaurant, was that we had these margaritas, which were about this large.
Oh.
And Jerome had been there before, so he suggested that we get these margaritas. Well, Jerome drank his margarita, and then he drank half of my margarita. I was getting pretty worried. I said, well, maybe this is why the guy was driving.
Testing for the space program.
But I was thirsty.
We went next door to a disco.
Oh.
And Jerome ordered another margarita.
A smaller one.
Smaller one.
A smaller one. I was really getting worried at that point. But he handled that nicely, and we danced. He has a very special way of dancing. I can't really keep up with Jerome, so I let him do his thing, and I just went on and did mine.
So no problems dancing?
No problems. Well, Jerome criticized my dancing, because when we were slow dancing, he said that I was clutching his neck.
I gotta tell you, Marty, if some girl was clutching my neck, I'm afraid I'd criticize it. Why were you clutching his neck?
I didn't realize I was clutching his neck until Jerome was telling me. He was gagging, and I thought maybe it was just the margaritas. It wasn't.
He was choking him to death.
He said I was choking it.
And he began to complain.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, how did this date end?
How did it end? It never really ended, did it, Jerome?
No.
I like it. Never ended, huh? You must be curious to see who the audience has picked, huh?
Yes, who did you all pick?
Well, let's take a look and see. You look right here. They picked Jerome, too. 41%. That's right. You want to take our audience's advice and go out again with Jerome? We'll pick up the tab for that if you'd like to do that.
Well, if Jerome wants to, it's up to him.
Jerome, would you like to do that?
I would love it.
I don't blame you, pal. Come on out here and join us. Jerome, did you wear your special shirt tonight?
No, I wore a special jacket today.
Special
untouched.
The untouched corduroy.
Corduroy.
Thank you both for being on our show.
Thank you.
We have a nice gift for both of you. Keep in touch and let us know what's going on, okay?
Okay.
All right, we're going to come right back with another couple in just a minute. Stay with us.
Let's meet a man who chose a date from our video library. He's a doctor and a lawyer. And he's looking for a woman who's educated, sophisticated, and mature. Please welcome Norman Charney. Hi, Norman. I'm fine. Have a seat. Well, Norman, which came first, medicine or law?
Medicine. I think I've been a doctor probably all my life. At least it feels that way.
What kind of doctor?
Family practice.
How do you have time for dating with two careers? Are you a practicing doctor as well as a lawyer?
Yes, I practice medicine and law. And I have sufficient time to date as well.
Would you say that most of your dates are successful?
I would say that most of them are successful, yes.
How do you know they're going to be good?
Well...
or they're going to be bad? How are you going to know the difference?
Either I've met the lady at whatever, a party or by introduction, and we've had some contact before the date, or if it's the old blind date, I've had a conversation on the phone. And if I've enjoyed the conversation on the phone, how bad can the date be?
Sure, okay. Let's take a look at the portion of the tapes that Norman saw. Now, don't forget you're going to vote again. Now, first there was Shirley. Shirley likes to travel, eat, cook, and do nothing. She doesn't want to be consulted about her dates.
Don't ask me anything about what I want to do, where I want to go. Just come and get me. Just say, we're going to go have hamburgers, we're going to go to China, or we're going to go to wherever, we're going to go to New York City or whatever. But don't ask me any questions. Just take me.
Okay, next there was Barbara. She loves to paint and go to the theater. She says she's warm and friendly, but here's one guy who got the wrong idea.
I didn't know what to do. He had hand trouble at the table. He was so amorous at the table. He was a Frenchman, by the way. And he was living up to being a Frenchman.
Okey-dokey. Finally, you watched Meryl. Now, Meryl's from Philadelphia. She likes to sing, dance, and garden, and she tells us about a relationship that didn't work out.
Went out to dinner, and we ate. The waiter brought the check, and he looked at me, and I looked at him. And he said, well? And I said, well, what? I paid for the theater. He said, well, anytime that you ask me out on a date, I expect you to pay. I hadn't brought any money. He paid for the dinner, but we fought about it later. I'm not in that relationship anymore.
Before we find out who Norman chose as his date, let's see all three women once again. First, there was Shirley. She's a sales manager. She's 48. And Barbara, she's also 48. She's an investment counselor. And finally, Meryl, she's a career counselor, and she's 47. Okay, audience, it's time to vote again. Who do you think's the best woman for Norman? Make your choice right now.
We'll get the results of the audience vote a little bit later, but let's find out who Norman chose. Norman, who'd you select?
Bobby Rader.
Bobby Rader? Mm-hmm. All right, there she is. Barbara. We always hear both sides, and Barbara's backstage, so let's say hello to Barbara Rader. Hi, Barbara.
Hi.
How are you? Hi, Barbara.
Hi, Norman.
Tell us what happened on your date, Barbara.
Well, we decided to go to Disneyland.
To go to Disneyland?
Yeah.
Nice.
We had a lot of fun. We decided rather than go in the heat of the day, we were going to go in the evening.
Uh-huh.
But the earlier part of the day, we were going to spend at his house. We were going to go swimming.
Oh.
Well, that was kind of a neat idea for me because Bobby lived in the valley, and I said, well, gee, I'd have to take quite a trip out to see her. Gave us an opportunity for her to come to my house.
Great.
Which was kind of unusual.
Did she seem a little apprehensive about swimming at your place?
No, not at all. She seemed very confident, and that's one of the reasons I knew that we were going to have a good date.
Well, I actually was a little skeptical about going to a man's home that I didn't know. But I figured he was a lawyer, and he was a doctor, and we were both from Brooklyn, so what did I have to lose?
So you went.
So I went.
So what happened next, Barbara?
Well, then we went to dinner, and we had a couple of drinks and dinner. I kind of thought that Norman must have felt I couldn't hold my liquor.
Why?
Well, after I spilled the coffee, I had a little trouble cutting my dinner. And it wasn't until a few moments I realized I was trying to cut through a wooden skewer.
So did you finally make it to Disneyland?
We finally got to Disneyland. We decided to go on the best rides, which seemed to be all roller coaster rides. And I think Norman particularly enjoyed the Matterhorn, which is a bobsled kind of ride, because he was holding on so tight.
You like it, Norman? Of course. I didn't want to fall out.
Of course not. Norman's not dumb.
No,
Doctor and a lawyer.
That's right. A great opportunity to hold her.
What happened after that? Now, after you did the Matterhorn and whatever else you did?
Well, after the fourth ride, Norman said, "Don't you think we had enough of these roller coaster rides? I think my stomach's telling me something." And we decided to dance.
Good.
And he's a pretty good hoofer. I love to dance. He did very well.
Good.
Bobby omitted just one very important fact. Somewhere between going from the roller coaster to the dance, she decided that her arms were getting cold and she was going to put her pantyhose on. So I asked her, well...
Put them on her arms?
That's what I asked her. He says, your arms are cold and you're going to put your pantyhose on? Well, apparently it kept her arms warm.
It did. It certainly did.
Okay.
I can't figure that one out either, but it worked.
It was a nice, pleasant evening.
It was.
Afternoon.
Very pleasant evening.
Yeah.
It was.
Let's take a look and see who the audience picked for you.
Okay.
Ooh, 70% they picked Marty. My goodness. Big margin. Norman, we picked up the tab for your first date. If you want to follow our audience's advice and take Barbara out again, we'll be happy to pay for it.
Sure, look forward to it.
Would you like to do that? Barbara, how about you?
I'd love it.
Okay, come on out and join us. Pretty. Nice to see you. Do you think there's any chance, it may be kind of early to ask this, but I feel like I should ask it. Do you think there's any chance that you and Barbara could become more than friends?
Everything starts with a beginning, and we certainly had a beginning that was pleasant. Who knows?
How do you feel, Barbara?
You never know. Never say never.
Never say never. That's right. We have a nice gift for both of you, and thank you very much for being on the show. Enjoyed your company, and thanks for telling us about your date.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, listen, that's our show for today. We'll be back tomorrow with more singles trying to make a love connection. We'll try to do it right here. I'm Chuck Woolery. I'll see you then. Bye-bye, everybody.
Some guest on Love Connection will receive one of the following. Can a fragrance attract the opposite sex? Spray on Andron by Jovan and collect your own evidence. Or Pan Am, across the country and around the world, from Antigua to Zurich, Boston to Bombay. Pan Am puts its experience to work for you each and every day. Or introducing new Light Tuna from Chicken of the Sea brand, the only tuna rich in taste and light in calories. New Chicken of the Sea Light Tuna. Or Scotchgard Fabric Protector. Means furniture is protected from everyday soil and stains. Scotchgard Protector, making a name for itself throughout the house. For Love Connection, this is Rod Roddy.